The Bright Angel Trail is one of the most iconic hikes on the south rim of the Grand Canyon. Now, you have a few options. You can hike to the 1.5 mile rest house, which is 3 miles total. You can continue on to the 3 mile rest house, which is 6 miles total, or go all the way down to the Tonto Plateau and visit Havasupai Gardens, which is a little oasis on Garden Creek here that has water and some nice places to rest. This is the farthest that the Park Service recommends most hikers do as a day hike, but if you have the fitness, you can also continue on to Plateau Point, which offers some incredible views of the Colorado River. Here's a summary of the options, which you can also find on my website. Just search for Hiking Guy Bright Angel Trail. The hike starts at the Bright Angel Trailhead. Now, to get here, there's a couple options. You can park right next to the trailhead by the Bright Angel Lodge. There's a couple areas here. Or you can park a little bit farther away in a parking lot like Parking Lot D by the Backcountry Information Center. Or just take the shuttle bus here and then walk from the stop down to the Bright Angel Trailhead, where there are bathrooms and water fills. Now, the trailhead's pretty hard to miss. You're going to see right here, Bright Angel Trail. This is what we're going to take. And we're going to start heading downhill. Right after the beginning, there's a little connector trail up to the right. We're not going to take that. We're just going to continue heading downhill here. And you can see the views are pretty spectacular. And very quickly, about 0.2 miles, we're going to come through the first tunnel. Now, once you go through the tunnel, I want you to stop and look up to your left. Up on the walls above you, you will see some pictographs of mule deer. Very cool. Please don't go up there, obviously. And you might actually see some mule deer or bighorn sheep off the trail as you do this hike. The trail is easy to follow, and where there is something confusing like you see there, it's blocked off. Generally, the trail is 4 feet wide, if not wider, and you'll be able to see it unfolding down before you right there. 4 feet overall, and we're following the Bright Angel Fault all the way down to the Tonto platform. At about 3/4 of a mile, we'll reach the second tunnel here. We're about halfway down to the 1.5 mile rest house here. So see how you're feeling. Remember, we got to hike back up, which is the hard part, but this is the second tunnel. Then at about 1.5 miles, we reach the 1.5 mile rest house. These rest houses were built 1934, 1935 by the Civilian Conservation Corps, and you can go in. It's a nice place to get a little bit of shade and just take it easy, especially if it's hot. Now, go to the webpage that I have set up. Just search for Hiking Guy Bright Angel Trail. I'll have all kinds of tips on staying safe, beating the heat here. But you can see this is nice and shaded and really cool stonework here by the CCC. Just past the steps to the rest house is a water fill. You need to check the alerts page on the Park Service to make sure the water is on there before you go. And then just a little while down are the toilets. If you need to go to the bathroom here, it's up to the right over there. If this is as far as you're going to go, just turn around. But if you're going down to the 3 mile rest house, we're going to continue down past the turnoff for the toilets, continue down here on the Bright Angel Trail. And after about 3 miles and dozens of switchbacks, you'll reach the 3 mile rest house. Now, the actual rest house is up on this little side trail to the right here. If we go up here, it's a similar structure to what we had before. And there's a water fill and a toilet just past this as well. If this is your final destination, you just turn around here. But otherwise, we're going to continue on down the Bright Angel Trail and go through a section of switchbacks called Jacob's Ladder. You can see the switchbacks winding beneath us there. Kind of a fun section to go down. Not so much fun to go back up. But after Jacob's Ladder, we come out to a flat section as we approach Havasupai Garden. When you come back, that's going to be like where the hard climbing starts. This is all kind of gradual here as we go down. And you can see we're going to start to see some interpretive displays as we go down here. You'll see some more people, and you can actually camp here. You have to make a reservation, a backcountry camping permit reservation on recreation.gov. But if you'd like to camp down here, you can do that. And, just keep on hiking down. You'll see pens and fences over on the left-hand side, which is where like kind of the innards of Havasupai Gardens are. Inside there, that's where the campground is. But we're going to continue straight. Just continue straight down on the Bright Angel Trail, unless you want to explore the inside, in which you can. But we're heading downhill here. And towards the ends, you'll see toilets up to the right. And kind of the main Havasupai Gardens area straight down here where you can fill your water, When people say they hike to Havasupai Gardens, this is really the destination here. There's a little shaded canopy and a mule station, but nice little area, also a thermometer. Now you can turn around here, or if you want to go to Plateau Point, we'll continue straight here and we kind of bear off to the left. We're actually leaving the Bright Angel Trail and heading on to the Tonto Trail. When you come out here, we're going to cross over Garden Creek and go down on the other side of Garden Creek. And this isn't really a steep downhill. It's pretty flat. We're on the Tonto platform or plateau here as we go down along the creek. You can see how lush it is because of the water as we go down. And pretty soon it opens up. You'll see the creek down there, and you also see the Bright Angel Trail continuing down towards the Colorado River. If you're doing something like a Grand Canyon rim to rim, which I have a guide for on my site too, you would be going down the Bright Angel over there. But we're going to continue straight on the Tonto. And then when we get to this point, the Tonto splits off to the left. We're not going to take the Tonto. We're going to go straight towards Plateau Point, straight here towards Plateau Point. You can see it's pretty flat, but also pretty exposed. There's not any shade at this point forward as we continue down towards the little viewing platform. And as you approach, you'll see a fence in the distance. You might see some people as well, but this is Plateau Point. Now, be careful on the edge. There's plenty of room to stay away from the edge, but people have fallen off the edges taking pictures. But there's the Colorado River down below. And for the best views, we're going to head over to the fence, the little viewing area over here. And then from here, you're going to get some incredible views down to the Colorado River. Havasupai actually means people of the blue-green waters, and you can see it's kind of a greenish. Sometimes you can get muddy, kind of brown, but really spectacular, spectacular views. Look, you can see it flowing down there as well. One of my favorite places in the Grand Canyon. Now, when you're done here, you obviously have to climb out. If you've gone this far, it's going to be about 3,200 feet, and you can see the trail climbing up the Bright Angel Fault back up to the trailhead. Now plan on going about half as fast as you did coming down as you go up here. Use the shaded areas to take a break from the sun, refill on water as you go up here. It's a safe trail, but heat has killed people here on the Bright Angel Trail, so you need to take it seriously. Check the park website before for any kind of heat alerts, and do this early in the morning. Do it at sunrise. You'll beat the crowds and beat the people as well. Here we are leaving Havasupai Garden, and it's pretty mellow up until this point, but just past Havasupai Garden, you're going to start doing the switchbacks, and this is where it can get tough. If you're not in shape, if you're not used to doing this, if it's really hot out, it will be challenging. Just take your time, take breaks. You can pace yourself taking breaks. You can see there people are coming up, but at the end of each switchback, maybe break for a minute or two, catch your breath, and keep going. But overall, you can do it, and that is the Bright Angel Trail.